Here are the steps. I'll give them to you in 7 steps. Number 1, what I call the initial underwriting first. So you need to estimate the value based in commercial real estate is based on net operating income, NOI. In residential, you're estimating the value based on comparable sales. That's different. In the beauty in commercial real estate is the income of it's an income producing property. It's no longer Sharif's producing income. When I had a job in the hotel business, the bank would ask me, how much are you making? What are your benefits? How long experience do you have in running hotels, etc. But when I am an investor and I'm buying income producing properties, the bank is asking me, okay, Sharif, I don't care what you're doing. Tell me about this property. How much is the net operating income? Okay, the next thing is, what is the market rent versus the rent you're collecting? Oh, there is an upside. So what's the cap rate in that area for that type of building? Cap rate is the capitalization rate. If you paid it all cash and the net of $1 million and the net is 60,000, that's the cap rate of 6%. If you paid it all cash at $1 million and it's netting 70,000, that's a cap rate of 7%. 70,000 on $1 million is 7%. And what are the costs associated with that property? Are these reasonable? That's how you do the underwriting. So estimate value based on net operating income, the rents, the cap rate of the area, and the operating cost. All that under step 1. Step 2, you're going to submit what is called a non-binding LOI, a non-binding letter of intent to purchase. And you often present it below the asking price. There is always negotiation. Okay? And then it has to have key terms and contingencies. This is my offer based on running. I need the environmental report. I need any inspections you've done. I need to do inspections to the property, so I need access, etc. So you're submitting, I'm willing to pay on that $1 million property. My offer is $910,000. Don't make the numbers always rounded so well. 910. And whatever they tell you, you when it comes to the negotiation, because number 3 now that you did the initial underwriting, and number 2, you submit the LOI below asking price with some terms and conditions, saying, okay, I need to inspect this, I need that, I need 60 days this, I need access to that, etc. Simple stuff that you need to do to access the property to verify. Number 3 is you're going to negotiate the letter of intent terms, because they're going to call you and they're going to negotiate a few things. Here's what happens with the negotiation of the LOI to purchase: the price, the due diligence period, how much deposit you're going to put, earnest money deposit, and what's the closing timeline. Okay, really, these are the 4 things you negotiate. Now, it comes naturally to me because I've done so many deals and I've had so many students doing deals, and we're constantly doing joint venture programs. We're closing on this deal, we're doing that. And right now I have somebody looking at a property we have in Georgia, and it's just constantly happening. So it's natural for me, but it may not be as natural even for the broker dealing with it, because they may be new in commercial or whatever. But don't worry, we all learn as we go along, but you're gonna have to negotiate the LOI terms. And if they want you to up the price a little bit, then ask for something else. Don't just up the price. Well, we're not going to take an offer less than $950. Well, I'll give you $950 if I can have an extra 45 days for the closing. You see, if you're going to give some, take some. Because if you mark my word, you give one thing without asking for something, they're going to ask you for more and more and more and more until they see resistance. Resistance is key to what's going to happen. Like, you test people with resistance, because people either react or respond or strategize to resistance. Meaning, when I show resist, like I push somebody and I see resistance, some people attack and they fight back. Some people avoid the stress and they just give in. And some agree and enhance by saying, okay, I'll give you this, but you give me that. Guess which is the smartest? It's those who enhance. Okay, I'll give you this, but you give me that. Oh, if that's important for you, I'll tell you what's important for me. And that makes it more conversational, makes it more relaxing. But you cannot be so introverted in your own deeds and ideas that you can't observe that person. You fill the voids of knowledge with accurate observation. So relax yourself and look at the person and say this and that. That's why I love Zoom right now. I don't have to meet people face to face. I not only make the call, but I'm recording it and I get to watch it later. It's amazing. when I travel, I have my recordings of any conversation and I listen again. You'd be amazed what I thought I was so smart and I missed in the conversation. That's why I don't make the decision right then and then. I give them proposals and I say, let me get back to you on this. And if it's a good deal for me and they say, let me get back to you, I say, well, if you're trying to say no, let me know because I'll have somebody else. Because in negotiation, it's all positioning, not posturing. Posturing is like, I am not going to sell it for less than $975. That's posturing. Again, if somebody gets mad, it's okay, give them time, because usually when somebody blows their top off, they just calm down right after. They have to reorganize their thoughts. All right, so number one, initial underwriting first, estimate the value of the property, market trend, cap rates, and cost. Number two, submit a non-binding LOI below the asking price with key terms and conditions, if you will. Number three, negotiate the LOI terms when they call you, the price, the due diligence period, the deposit amount, and the closing timeline. Number four, execute the purchase and sale agreement. You're gonna have to sign it based on the agreed upon LOI. We said it's gonna be 60 days. Why are they sending it to me saying 45? You see, it's an apartment building. I need time. I need to bring people. So we make sure that all matches. Number five, now I'm in the due diligence period. I start verifying the financials. Show me the receipts, show me the payments, show me the leases. Let me go check the physical condition of the property. I wanna make sure the zoning will work. So financials, leases, physical condition, zoning. Number six, proceed. You're gonna either advance or you're gonna renegotiate. They call it retrade. So adjust the price and terms only if the due diligence reveals some issues, okay? I've seen some people have a great deal and they think like they still need to negotiate one more time and they lose the deal. One guy, this is my problem now. I was buying from the guy and he inherited the property for like $80,000 many years ago. He's a wealthy attorney. His sister died. They had it together. And he doesn't need to sell. And I'm buying it at $1 million. And I negotiated the $1 million from whatever he wanted. And I kept buying time with the due diligence and this. And then he came to meet me in the office and he said, it's going to have to be $1.1 million now. And I said, why? Well, you said that you needed due diligence, that I can change my mind. You can change your mind. I can line up another buyer. I lined up another buyer. And he's offering me $1.05 million. So if you don't give me $1.1 million, I'm walking. I thought he's gonna bluff, and I'm gonna call his bluff. I said, okay, let me think about it. But he said, okay, then I can go and do the deal with somebody since you can do it if you don't want to wait till Friday. Guess what? He went and sold it to the other guy. So understand that you can retrade or you can renegotiate the price based on due diligence. It's actually always a good time to do it. If you found something that is reasonable, you can come back to them, because at that time they already crossed mentally that they are going to sell the property, take the money and do something. So that's number six, retrade or proceed. And number seven is you close. Obviously, during the due diligence period, which is number five, you're going to not just verify the financials, but you're going to be talking to the lender. If you're a fund manager, you're going to be raising capital. So all this is very powerful. And so if I can tell you the key differences, in residential, you're looking at comparable sales. In commercial, you're really underwrite based on the assumptions of certain income and what value it's going to be later when you're done. Very, very important.